So while I realize every controversy does not require our voice, I thought our opinion or even our acknowledgement. I felt that it was very important for me specifically as somebody in the marketing, public relations, and advertising industry to kind of come in and lend my voice and weigh in on a broader platform about this topic. For those of you who are not familiar, SheaMoisture dropped an advertisement today as a part of their new campaign, Break Free from Hair Hate. And the advertisement has been getting quite a bit of controversy for multiple reasons, and I kind of wanted to come at this from more of a industry professional perspective and break down what I found to be some flaws and some fallacies within their storyline and within their narrative from that particular perspective. So the first thing that I really kind of had an issue with from a marketing perspective is that their campaign is Break Free from Hair Hate. Now, if you think about it from a historical perspective, there is a very clear-cut race who has had a hate relationship associated with their crowns or associated with their hair, and that is African American women. From a marketing perspective, particularly, one thing that we do as marketers is we meet our consumers where they are, right? And in order to be able to meet our consumers where they are, to deliver this message, we have to find the way in which we are going to reach them with the message, which is what comes out of great research and is an insight. And so you use that insight to be able to penetrate through to that culture to be able to reach that person. And that's how you know you've done a good job, is that you've been able to communicate with them in a language in which they understand, right? So the issue with what they are doing is they are taking a very, very niche insight and making it a one-size-fits-all kind of an insight, making it very all lives matter, for lack of better candor. And for that in particular, it kind of feels like a slap in the face for Black women, because within this advertisement, they talk about that hate relationship with their hair, and then they kind of cut to this turning moment where they talk about where they started to love their hair and they fell out of that kind of hateful relationship with their hair. The advertisement had one African American woman in there. She appeared to be biracial. She had long, loose curls. And then there were 3 white women. There was a blonde white woman and there were 2 redhead white women. Stemming from the conversation about the demographics of the actresses who are actually in the advertisement, going back to it once again, there was an African American biracial woman, she appeared to be, with long, loose curls. There was a Caucasian woman with blonde hair and 2 Caucasian women with red hair. What kind of bothers me about that is that this is a product that was created for women with kinkier textured hair, meaning that this product was birthed in Blackness and in Black womanness as well. And so it's more so a slap in the face from a personal perspective that you don't include Black women in a narrative about a product that was created specifically for Black women. That kind of baffles me. But then from a marketing perspective, you're not talking to your core consumer. I think they are looking, from some of their recent branding and some of their recent products, it looks to me that they're trying to become more mainstream with their product line, but you don't go mainstream by turning your back on the audience, on your core audience, on your loyal audience, on your consumer that's been there with you from the beginning, that grew up with you. So I think they were very remiss from that. What I would have liked to seen, and another thing that they were missing before I jump into that, is they didn't have women on different spectrums as well either. So they didn't have brown women, they didn't have dark skinned women, they didn't have the different spectrums of brown, and they also didn't have the different types and textures of African American women hair. I would love to have seen a 4C brown skinned girl personally, or even, you know, girls with different types of hair textures. What I would have loved to seen from this commercial or from this advertisement, from this campaign in general, I would have loved to seen a spectrum of brown women and a spectrum of hair types tell their stories about how they grew into loving their hair. And just because they are all Black women does not mean that each individual person is not capturing your core audience, because Black womanhood looks differently Black womanhood looks differently. So we needed to see those different perspectives from all of those different women to see that our voice is heard, or to see that, yes, there is another woman out here who has hair that looks just like mine, who looks like me, who can use this product and it's working for her hair. Those are the types of things that we need to see when we look on a television screen and see some of these different advertisements that are supposedly advertising towards us, or to us, since we are their main consumer. But then again, we have advertisements like this that happen, and to be honest, we were all rooting for you. Like, we were truly rooting for you.